Alrighty, this is the demo for Infamy. I'm here with Connor Owens, and I'm Ben. I'm gonna let him take the lead here.
Hello. Uh, yep, I'm Connor. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Infamy. It is a first-person shooter. We're going to do a quick little mission for you guys here and kind of just talk about what's going on.
Yeah. Before we do that, we want to run through the social area real quick, or do you want to go ahead and start the mission?
Yeah, I can't see your screen, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, gotcha. I'm just gonna run out here. Oh, I messed that up. When we're out here, I just want to show you this is kind of our outside area of the social lobby. It's kind of fun to mess with. Lots of jumps and just kind of practices and things to climb. It's just kind of atmospheric. There you are following me over here. I'm just gonna go back in because I don't really want to mess up this jump.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's some other cool stuff over here to kind of look around in the social lobby. Extends all the way down here. Do you want to talk about a little bit about this mission before we go into it?
Yeah, so this mission is it's pretty simple. We're helping out some guy. His pets are kind of under attack by some pirates, and so we have to kind of go in and either protect it or kill his pet. His pet is producing venom or anti-venom, depending on if you want to save it or
Not
not.
your normal pet, you could say.
Yeah, definitely not your normal pet. Not at all. This isn't your dog. Um, and so yeah, we have to kind of break our way into his facility that is being guarded by pirates and some drones and whatnot.
So let's do it.
And yep, let's go and do it.
Alrighty, this is Connor Owens and Ben Snowden's Project Final demo. This is going to be a little bit of walkthrough of some of the scenes and mechanics of the games that we have currently stated off. We do have Owens on the keyboard and mouse set today, and we are both just kind of talking here, and we're going to give you a little bit of overview.
Yes, hello. So this is one of our levels, one of the introduction levels. So here we have a sort of a little introduction to double jumping. So we have to double jump to get up here. And one of the next obstacles is this billboard here. So we can't just jump across here. We will... Okay, so one of our next obstacles... I know, man, I'm done. This is what takes me so long to make this. So one of our next obstacles is this billboard right here. We cannot actually jump across this large gap. So if we fall, we'll fall, and then we'll get respawned. So instead, what the player is going to have to do is when they can jump and they can wall ride. You can do this both ways. Really cool. And next we have a little chest. You can pick up some items, and you'll get your inventory kind of being animated across the right there. So for our next little jumping puzzle is just a simple 3 jump and land. That jump's actually a lot harder to do. During playtesting, people were struggling with it a lot. So for our next thing is this door right here. We have to stand in this circle for a set period of time and fight off some of these drones. And after a set period of time, this door will open. Cool.
Just a little bit of segue here is kind of the underground tunnel taking you from Zone 1 to Zone 2, where we lead up a little bit further up on our mission. It's supposed to be it's like worn down, but it's like high tech all at the same time. So it's kind of like a old futuristic underground train system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just a little bit on the level design there. So where are we leading ourselves to here?
So we are leading ourselves into Skittles' kind of little home. And so as you can see here, that is Skittles. Skittles is a giant spider thing that sends out toxic gas at you, and if you stand in it, you take some damage. That's gonna be annoying. That's gonna always be up there.
It's okay. Your aim has gotten a lot better as you've practiced this.
It has gotten a lot better. It's very hard to hit. And so as you can also see, we have drones spawning in at us as well to give us a little bit more of a challenge here. So as we shoot Skittles, we can break its legs, and they'll start bleeding, and they deal more damage, or you can deal more damage to them. Hopefully I don't run out of bullets here. Ooh, I don't die here either.
Yeah.
That would be bad. Uh-oh, I'm
Do the
trapped.
enemies drop? Yeah, right there.
Yeah, so the enemies drop ammo, but I also scattered a bunch of ammo throughout the zone, which we should probably reload. And we don't do that much damage from far away, so that's another thing. You kind of want to be close, get in the danger zone a little bit, and let's pick up some ammo, get out of the gas. And once you kill Skittles, the mission is over, you've completed it, and you'll be sent back into the main lobby.
That's awesome.
Yep. Alrighty, so this is one of our PvP maps, player versus player. It's just, we just have free-for-all in currently. And so this, I'll let Ben kind of talk about since he was the brains behind all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the brief given to me was basically a rooftop fight, kind of with a bunch of fog, kind of eliminating the ability to play from the ground. So what I went with here is just kind of a bunch of rooftop buildings. And so to start off with, they're a little bit flat, and there's not like a lot of stuff on them. But after testing, I put like some other objects, like this like big sign that goes from building to buildings, and other things to hide around, to kind of give a little bit more dynamic play. Kind of lets you start giving balance and actual lively like play. You can make plays to the map. Something else that I did, like yeah, you can like see this cover here is a really perfect sample. But one of the things that made the mobility fun on this map is actually putting the billboards on the sides of the buildings. Kind of made it a fun mechanic here. It kind of gives you the ability to like you can go and try and make this play here and not mess up. But if you do, you get reset. And there can be negative repercussions against that. But you can see like right here, it's really easy as you can see Connor kind of going around these buildings, kind of being able to again just maneuver around these rooftops, and it just really again it just kind of adds the mobility of the map, makes it a lot more fun than you're just standing on squares. And I think it's really what brings this map alive. I would say.
Yeah, super fun because you can really make plays and go really fast, getting to flanking routes, and yeah, it's super cool.
Awesome. I'm gonna see if I can actually get my player loading in here. So like that's some of the main kind of components of this map is just kind of these rooftops with these signs to allow you to kind of go through these buildings. If you can, Connor, you can try and get some of the billboards that are closer to the fog. These kind of give you these really interesting flank routes because you're not going around, but you're going under. They're a lot harder to do, and it wouldn't surprise me if it trips you up a few times.
Ooh.
That's really just all that map is. Short reach, I believe is the title of this map.
Yep, short reach. Oh, screw that one up. Oh. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like it's super easy to play, but very hard to master. And say that as someone that has tried to do this hundreds of times.
I would
Uh,
say this game reminds me a lot of, and this might be completely wrong, but like it feels, I feel like Quake vibes in this particular map for some reason, even though it just feels more of like an arena, which is kind of cool. It's like you can do all these slides and be hops in a way, um, or you can use these slides just like how you'd use b hops in Quake, and it brings a really unique dynamic.
yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Nope. I think that's pretty much
Alrighty,
it.
yeah, coolio.
So I just want to kind of show off a little bit about Infamy's itemization and just our guns in general, and the kind of the systems that are related to them. So as you can see on the right hand side or the left hand side, we have kind of our stat sheet. Very simple. It's kind of in its first draft. We do plan on having some changes to it. The guns, though, they feel like they're in a pretty good spot for their tooltips. We can just right-click them, and they'll be equipped to our player now. We can switch out guns, do whatever we want. However, if we double-click on these guns, we go into the gun, kind of like the gunsmith, right? So every gun has a different, or every item has different attachments. For our kinetic weapons, though, we have magazines, barrels, firing bolts, stocks, grips, and sights. So magazines, as you can see here, it is every attachment has power to it in a main stat, right? However, for magazines, they also increase or decrease your reload speed, as well as change the capacity of your gun. And we also have conditional effects on some of our items. And so for this one, it's hits cause lightning to arc between enemies, which is a really cool effect and really good at clearing out a lot of enemies. And so, same as before, right-click to attach. And we can right-click to unattach as well. And so if we click on, so we're looking at our magazine right now, but if we click on barrel, we see barrels and they go away, right? So go back to magazine, so we attach that, bring it back out. If we unattach this and come back out, as you can see here on the tooltip, it is now changed. There is no hits cause lightning to arc, as well as the capacity is now set to 15. So let's go back and reattach that, and now we can see the capacity is increased by 32, which now it's 47, and now we have the mag hits cause lightning to arc. It's a super cool system, very in-depth, and for our other stuff, for our other weapons, energy weapons have different attachments, melee weapons have different attachments, and then our helmets have different attachments. So like our helmet right here is armor and the visor, right? Super cool system, really fun, and yeah, it's very, very modular. And so all of the weapons and stuff that drop, it's all procedurally generated. All of these stats on them are randomized within a fixed range, and there's a bunch of rules to what can be applied to our weapons. So it's a really cool system, and there's some really cool chase items out there.